So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Stay with your man.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Hey.
Now it's Fields.
Check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Play action. It's Fields. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
You know it. What's my name? What's my name?
Okay.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's brought down. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's Newton. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing on third down, Fields. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here comes the Bears punter now. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
All day, every day.
Express! Mike 9! 65! 60. Greg Green!
Nine's the mic! Watch the screen!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
53 is the mic.
Right here. Check! 53 is Mike!
Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes left side. The 40. Past the 20.
The greatest show on earth, baby.
And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got.
Now Fields.
53. Let's go one more.
He's going to let it go again. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Mike, 53.
They snap it to Fields.
Rip left.
Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Check.
Fields on first down.
Check. 53's Mike.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
53's Mike. 53, check.
Here's Fields. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to.
Man, coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Let's go.
Newton now to throw.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the
And
field.
that is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
20. Hey, we gotta get tonight. Mike over there. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Delta, Delta.
On play action, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Komet. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Rip right.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
To throw is Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Fields. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Off play action, Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Able to get there and pick it. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Newton. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Etienne. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Yeah. Mike. 53. Mike.
Hey, watch the slap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Here we go.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Fields. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Max box. Right. High seven. Now, motion.
To throw again, Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. McCaffrey. Oh, nice move. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
I don't think you got it, son.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Great. Express. Move.
Check. 53's Mike.
Off play action. Newton.
Can't hang with that.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall.
Let's bring it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Let's go, B. Let's go.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
53. Check. 53's Mike.
Watch the slant.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Back to throw. Fields.
Hey, watch your leg.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Check. Check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Newton's going to throw it. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Cam on the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
It seems like they've been running uphill all game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Oh, yeah.
Looking to throw. Fields. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight, double tight.
On On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.